That was an absolutely chilly ride on the way out here, man. It's like 40 degrees. Kyle and I are bundled up, as bundled as you can get for Georgia coast. But what's going on, guys? Hope everyone out there is doing well. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time clicking on, welcome to Low Country Fishing. Today, you guys, we are pushed way up the river system. We are in a back creek, and Kyle and I are just going to kind of bounce around and see if we can bump into something. We are up here in brackish water, so that means striper, that means largemouth bass. There's trout around here, flounder, redfish. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a margarita slam. So let's get this video started. All right, hands are a little bit cold, but we're gonna work through it. Got a little Z-Man chatterbait with a pearl swimmers loaded up here. And we are just gonna start picking this little creek apart. Anything that looks good, anything that I can pitch into, logs, points, eddies, creek mouths, entrances, anything that looks fishy, we're gonna throw this thing into. There she is. That's got to be a striper. That's fast moving there. She was kind of out towards the middle. I'm gonna come back here with you. Where are you taking me? Now we're coming over here. Nice striper. Yeah. She ain't gonna set the world on fire. But that's her. There's a beaut. All right, there we go. Nice little striper, first fish of the day. This girl's 25 inches. Caught her up against some hard timber. I was just talking to Kyle. There's a little tiny creek that dumped out. Thought it looked like a good little spot to find one of these girls. Anywhere where current meets hard structure, that is where you can find a lot of these types of fish. So fish number one of the Margarita Slam is in the books. We'll get her back and see if we get another one. Those are redfish.
Yep, that was big. Big
they're
fish.
They're coming too.
Big fish.
There's a school of them moving down.
Yeah, Florida's a big fish.
There's a few of them.
I ain't got that kind of range.
No.
Oh, I hit him. Freaking hit him. I didn't know I was in him. Like
All right.
that.
Yeah.
That was not what I wanted to do there. Thought I was well in the clear.
It looks like the bait is to the left. The bait's definitely coming out.
Thought I was in the clear there.
Unless those are them.
Oh, shit.
Those are big. Let's see if we can get them. Yeah, but it looks like a big school of reds pushing right there in the mouth. They're pushing back and forth. I'll stick this, aim for that grass right there, and I'll stick the push pin. And we'll hold us right here. All right. Go around that a couple times. So it doesn't pull off. Let's see it. I can find those reds again. Well, when they're shallow and thick like that, there's no hiding them. Yeah. I see him. You should be right there in him. There they go. They're pushing back up towards that stick. They're just going back and forth. I don't want to get them spooked. It seems like it's not going to take much right now. I think they pulled out. I think they pulled out. Yeah, I'm not seeing them anymore. They may be sitting right here. They're not going to hang under us. We might sneak back to that first little gut where we caught them before, since these are dumping out now. See if we can find them staged. These flats are dumping out now, so they're going to be staged in the mouths of these things now. Missed it. Missed our opportunity. Well, that's red fishing for you. Find redfish schooled up like that, make a couple casts at them. They spook, get blown out, and they're gone. So what we're going to try to do now is we're going to just kind of backtrack a little bit. We're going to start hitting some of these creek entrances and see if some of these redfish are holding in the mouths of these entrances. There's a bunch of little flats kind of all back in here that are dumping out really nice right now. So let's see if we can maybe find a few more schooled up. Oh, there's reds. See them?
Yep.
Oh, look at all of them right there in the shallows.
I just ran right through there too.
Oh, look at all the redfish. Stay right there, guys. Yeah, they're in the calm stuff. Hopefully don't spook them off that little flat. We want them to stay there. They're in there still. They're going to the far side now. That's probably your striper hitting the bait right there. Throw it. Throw that crankbait. So we definitely have striper hitting bait as it chugs out right there. And then we have a school of redfish over here, unless they've just blown out. Oh yeah, they are. Look at all of them. Ooh, look at the wakes. You know you got a lot of redfish when you make a boat wake. I just hope they stay on that flat.
Yep. See that?
Oh, they're pushed out. Got him. Right in the mouth. I don't know. Isn't that a slot red? She stepped out into that current. Yeah. Little juvenile striper. They're very pokey. Try to keep a death grip on her so she don't go crazy. There we go. All right, there we go. Striper number 2 on board. Smaller than the last one. This thing will probably measure out 20 inches, somewhere around in there. Beautiful fish.
Here, buddy.
There we go.
Little striper.
Yeah, buddy. Nice fish, man. Striper number 3. Sweet. All right, guys, well, we are back on land. This is actually the following day, and I woke up this morning and reviewed the footage from yesterday's trip, and man, all I can say is it's very frustrating to see schooling redfish like that not want to eat. Something had those fish disturbed. They were in a very anxious kind of panic mode. They were just pushing back and forth, back and forth. They weren't actively feeding on anything because there was no bait back there that we could see visibly with our eyes. So something kind of had them upset, and unfortunately when that happens and these fish start to get spooked, they don't eat. And that's exactly what we noticed with 2 schools. We hit that first school pretty hard with no takers. We threw every artificial that we had on the boat, scented, unscented, Procure, everything, and they didn't want to eat. So we figured we just missed our opportunity. Maybe they just pushed on out of the creek, slid underneath us and went out to the main creek or out into the main river system. So we dropped back into that next flat that was dumping out, and it was the exact same process, just kind of rinse, repeat, not catch any redfish, and just kind of tuck our tails and head home for the day. But we did catch a couple striper, which is nice. These striper bites are addicting, to say the least. It's like pretty much catching a pissed off trout, just very large. They rip drag, not to mention if you're in these higher flow current areas and you catch these fish and they start heading downstream, you have a really nice fight on your hands. But that's really it. Just wanted to share this little outro with you guys. As always, thank you so much for the support with Low Country Fishing, and I'll catch you next week. Take care, you guys. God bless.